And then I was silent.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
The latter.
It's honestly the way that Matt from Glee literally only had 3 lines and was still an icon. Hello, I am Annoying Black Boy, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the most unappreciated character within Glee, named Matt Rutherford, and probably the most underappreciated character within television history. But before we get started with that, I like making video essays, and I also like making commentaries / reviews on TV shows and movies. So if that appeals to you, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And this is my first video for Glee because I'm a huge fan of that show. It's like my favorite show of all time. And I plan on making more videos in the future, but this is the first one. So in this video, I'm going to give you some background information on the character Matt. I'm also going to tell you the episodes he was in and how he kind of was like a part of that, even though the show literally gave him crumbs as a character. And then lastly, I'm going to give you some like storyline ideas to like how he could have actually had his own little storyline. But yeah, with all that introduction stuff out of the way, let's learn about Matt Rutherford. Matt Rutherford is a recurring character on the first season of the Fox TV show Glee. He is a former member of the Titans football team and a former member of the New Directions. He joined the show in the 4th episode of season 1 titled Preggers, and he only had 2 lines in season 1. I repeat, 2 lines, 3 out over like the whole overall series, but we'll get into that in a second. And he was a minor recurring character in season 1, but is no longer seen after the end of season 1 since he transferred to a different school. There was a rumor that he was returning for season 3, but that was indeed a lie. And according to Finn, Matt is one of the best dancers along with Mike, Santana, and Brittany. He returned in the 2-part series finale, 2009, which was season 6, episode 12, after being absent since the first season. Now for his description, occupation, interests, romantic partners, stuff like that. His hair color is black. His eye color is brown. He is 6'2". His occupations included being a student of William McKinley High School, being a former New Directions member, and a former McKinley Titans football player. He was first seen in the episode Preggers, which was season 1, episode 4, and last seen in the very last episode of the series, Dreams Come True, which was season 6, episode 13. His interests included Glee Club, football, and dancing. His talents included dancing, choreographing, and background singing. He was also known as Shaft by Sooo, and also the black dancer whose name nobody remembers, also by Sooo. It is so sad how literally the only nicknames he's ever had were by Sooo, and they were both like, in a sense, derogatory or not in a kind of like an insulting way. And now for his romantic partners. So one of the romantic partners they have listed was Santana, and they think that Santana was a possible girlfriend. Now, I don't think they dated. I really don't. I just think they were like just really good friends. I know there was that one time when they like hugged really closely. But yeah, I just think they were really good friends. And then they also included April Rhodes, and I know you're thinking to yourself, isn't she like an old ass lady? We'll get to that when we reach like that episode, but they say that April Rhodes was a possible one-night stand, and I really don't want to believe that because canonically in the show, Matt was a minor. So if they were like, I don't even want to get into it. We'll get into it later. Now in this section, we're going to talk about the episodes that he was in and his involvement with those episodes. And this part is going to be kind of lengthy, so I'm going to go as fast as I possibly can. So with Preggers, I have to give some kind of insight to how Matt joined New Directions, because this is his origin story into joining the Glee Club. So long story short, Kurt joins the football team. And the football team, the Titans, they literally suck. They suck ass. The problem with the Titans is they're too stiff. So like that's why they literally cannot score, because like they're not moving their bodies freely. And Kurt, he's like a good dancer, so he teaches the team to dance to like loosen up so they won't be as stiff. And the dancing actually helps the team win a game. So with Matt's newfound love and appreciation for dancing and performing, he joins Glee Club along with his best friend. Well, I believe that they're canonically best friends because they have a lot of cute moments within the first season, like when they're in the Glee Club. So along with Mike, Matt joins, and also Puck joins. So those three join the Glee Club. Matt, Mike, and Puck. Then in the next episode, The Road's Not Taking, it is implied that April Rhodes did it with Matt, Mike, and Puck when they got out of the shower at school. Gross. But anyway, he sings backup for Finn and Quinn's version of Don't Stop Believing. He also sings backup for the song Last Name and Somebody to Love. And the episode Vitamin D, Matt takes pills along with the other guys to help them with their mashups competition. He sings background vocals in the song It's My Life / Confessions Part 2. In the episode Throwdown, Matt is selected to be a part of sooo's Kids, which was a group full of minorities. And he sings background vocals for Hate on Me and Ride With Me and Keep Holding On. And this is the episode where sooo calls Matt Shaft. In the episode Mashup, Mike, Putt, Matt, and Finn are later forced to choose between football and Glee by the coach. Much to the Glee group's surprise, Matt, Mike, and Puck decide to rejoin Glee and forego their spots on the football team. Matt performs background vocals for Bust a Move and Sweet Caroline. In the episode Wheels, the Glee Club is forced to spend 3 hours a day in wheelchairs to learn about the struggles Artie has to go through on a daily basis. While the entire Glee Club is in wheelchairs, Matt performs background vocals for Proud Mary. In the episode Ballot, Matt is absent because he had to go to the doctor because he discovered that there was a spider in his ear. In the episode Hairography, Matt performs background vocals for Hair / Crazy in Love, and he also performs background vocals for Imagine in True Colors. Matt performs background vocals in the Mattress Land advertisement Jump, and later on, at the end of the episode, he performs background vocals for the song Smile. In the episode Sectionals, Matt performs background vocals for You Can't Always Get What You Want, Somebody to Love, and later on, My Life Would Suck Without You as a tribute to Mr. Will Schuster. So in the episode Hell, Oh, it is shown that Matt is also a part of McKinley's basketball team, along with Noah and Finn. He performs background vocals in Gives You Hell and Hello Goodbye. In the episode The Power of Madonna, Mr. Shu feels the guys haven't been treating the girls very well, and he makes them perform What It Feels Like for a Girl. After welcoming somewhat reluctant Jesse St. James into new directions, they perform Like a Prayer. In the episode Home, Matt performs background vocals for, you guessed it, the song is called Home. In the episode Bad Reputation, Matt is placed 8th place on the list and performs background vocals in Ice Ice Baby and Total Eclipse of the Heart. In the episode Laryngitis, Matt performs background vocals in One. In the episode Dream On, Matt dances and performs background vocals in Safety Dance at the Mall as part of Artie's dream sequence of being able to walk and dance. Matt later performs background vocals in Dream a Little Dream while watching Mike Chain dance with Tina. Now finally, we finally get an episode where Matt speaks a line theatrically. Let's get into it. Matt performs background vocals and has his first and only solo with Mike in Shout It Out Loud and Beth, and later defends Kurt from Emezo. I don't know his name. I know the character, but I don't know his name. Emizo, whatever. And Dave Karofsky. Matt also speaks on screen for the first time. And his line in theatrically was, yeah, and I'm just like the guy who replaced Artie when he quit. Iconic. So in the episode Funk, Matt performs background vocals for Give Up the Funk. Journey or Journey to Regionals is the last episode of season 1, so I kind of have to explain for you to get the whole thing. And this episode is also important because not only is it the final of season 1, but this is also an episode where Matt gets another line, his second line. Let's go! So here's the summary, here's the rundown of Journey, right? So sooo tells Mr. Shu that she's going to be one of the judges at regionals. And Will tells the Glee clubbers this news. They're all sad, they're depressed. And the deal was, at the beginning, Figgins and Will made a deal that if they don't win regionals, they have to quit the club. But if they do win, they can continue the club, right? So they're all depressed because they think that Sue is going to sabotage them at regionals by, like, you know, making them lose by voting for another group, another show car group. So Will tells the Glee Club this information. They get all sad and a little bit depressed. And, and later on, in the auditorium, they like bring Will for like a surprise, and they perform a song for him. But before they perform the song, each kid, they say what they were before Glee Club and just how much of a positive impact the Glee Club has had on them. And Matt is the first one to start. And his line was, "At the beginning of the year, I was just another football player." He literally ate that up. Like, it's the way this man literally only had 3 lines, but he ate that one up. And I'm pretty sure when it comes to like Gleeks and like Glee fans, a lot of people, if they do remember him, they remember that line because that was an iconic moment. That was a moment for the history books. My man, yes. And then season 2 happens. They announce that Matt has transferred to another school, so they have to start looking for his replacement. And this is when our boy, I love Sam Evans, like, don't get me wrong, but this is when, you know, he comes in. And basically, no more Matt. Or so we think. So before we talk about the last 2 episodes of Glee in season 6, let's share some not so fun facts about Matt in his absence from the show. So Matt did not attend Emma's and Will's wedding, and I'm pretty sure he also didn't attend a wedding, like, you know, when Santana and Brittany got married while Blaine and Kurt got married. I'm pretty sure Matt didn't attend that, which breaks my fucking heart. He's also one of the few former members to not appear in the episodes The Quarterback, 100, and New Directions. And on a serious note, him not being in Quarterback kind of breaks my heart because in the show, Matt knew Finn, and also in real life, Dijon knew Corey. So it's very sad that they couldn't bring him back for that episode. I forgot to say this earlier. I'm sorry, my bad. But Matt Rutherford, he is portrayed by Dijon Talton. Now, for a quick second, let's talk about the Hurt Locker Part 1, that episode, because there is a little scene that happens that is so funny. The Hurt Locker is from season 6, episode 4. Matt's absence from the show was brought to attention by Sue throughout the episode. A picture of Matt from season 1 can be seen in the Hurt Locker. Sue has put a post-it note next to it reading "Missing" with an arrow pointing at Matt. Later, as Will confronts Sue, she mentions the neglected members of the Glee Club, Joe, Rory, and the black dancer whose name none of us remember. She then states how Matt was used to help win sectionals, and then Will ignored him into oblivion. In the episode 2009, which was a flashback episode, Matt appears for the first time since Journey, but he only appears for a few seconds. He calls Mercedes when he sees her walking through the halls, but she barely pays him any attention. This is where we get his third and final line. He says, "Hey, Mercedes," and she says, "Yeah, hey." Finally, in the last episode, Dreams Come True, Matt appears only in the last musical number of the series, I Lived, where he has a small dancing routine with Mike, returning them for the first time since season 1, which is totally fucked up. He appears singing with all the former New Direction members, alongside Terry, Emma, Sue, Becky, and Will. This marks his final appearance on the series. Now, before I get into storylines they could have given Matt as a character, let's get into some trivia fun facts. Matt is the only member of New Directions that never sings a solo of any form. In his entire appearance, Matt has only 3 lines on the show. It is rumored that Dijon left the show because of Matt's lack of character development and screen time. Matt and Sugar are the only former New Direction members to never appear in any Christmas episodes. And lastly, it is revealed in 2009, the episode, that sometime during pilot, he wasn't one of the popular jocks, implying that he hadn't joined the football team prior to Preggers. And finally, let's get into storylines they could have done for Matt. Like I said earlier, I love Glee. It is my favorite show, but it does suck how they never had a black male main character, like, ever. Yeah, they had black male characters in the past, but they were always just recurring characters. So I kind of wish in season 1, I kind of wish they kind of done what they did with Finn, like kind of have a similar storyline to Finn's. But instead of Matt's team members, like football team members, giving him a hard time about joining Glee, it would have been interesting if maybe his home life, maybe it could have been like some siblings or maybe his parents or his neighborhood friends that kind of found out about him joining Glee Club and was giving him a hard time because of it. Or maybe just like Mike, he told his parents that he wanted to become a dancer, but Matt's parents would not approve of it. Or they just thought his dreams were silly. There could have even been a moment when he could have tried to pursue Mercedes in a romantic way interest. Okay, but hear me out. What if Mike and Matt became a couple? Like, they were already such besties. Like, girl, like, what if they become a couple? I hope I'm not alone in this, but I do believe that Matt Rutherford was bisexual coded. They could have done something with that. Like, because imagine, what if he was a football player who was a closeted bisexual? And I know that in season 6, they did the thing where Spencer was, you know, he was openly gay and he was also a jock. But think about it, 2009, you had a football player who was like kind of figuring out his sexuality or in the closet, while also being black. Like, how iconic would have that been, especially during that time in 2009? Like, back then, we still weren't seeing a lot of queer characters on screen, especially queer characters of color. So that really would have just, you know, been my direct representation. But yeah, the writers fucked up. It was a missed opportunity. They could have done so many things with Matt Rutherford, and I get it, they had a lot of storylines in season 1, but the thing was, it was an ensemble cast. Glee was an ensemble cast. They could have done something if they wanted to, but they were just, I don't know. I don't know why they did nothing. It's so sad because Matt was basically a glorified extra. Like, it's so sad how it makes me so mad how they did nothing for the character. And if Dijon really loved, because like it was a rumor now, that's what the streets said, it was a rumor, but if he did leave because there was no development for his character, I wouldn't blame him. Oh yeah, and the fact that Dijon, he is a queer man, it really could have been so interesting if he could have played a queer character on the TV show Glee. Not saying that like he would have been like comfortable with it. Obviously, if he was okay with it, then yeah, that would have been very cool. But like, it's so sad because that was such a missed opportunity. But yeah, that was my little appreciation video for the Matt Rutherford character on Glee. I really loved doing this video because I feel like I've always wanted to do a video like this, like show some appreciation to him, because he's literally one of the most unappreciated or underappreciated characters like ever. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. And if you like this video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with some of your friends that also like watching Glee. And tell me, what do you think of the Matt Rutherford character? What do you think they could have done to like give him a story? Like, what storylines would have liked to see him like do or explore? Let me know, like, comment below. And make sure you follow me on social media, follow my TikTok, follow my Instagram, my letterbox, you know, all that stuff. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. Matt Rutherford, you may have left the show, but you will never be forgotten, okay? King, yes, we love you. We love you. And I love you for watching this video. Bye for now. Peace out.